everybody. I am your girl, Noni Juice, always keeping it juicy. And right now, you are tapped into Jammin' with Juice, late night, uncut, raw, unedited. What other words we got, Ben Jammin'?
This is Jammin' with Drink. That's what we're doing. It's Jammin' with Drink.
It's gin and juice right now.
This is gin and juice. Somebody loves the gin and juice right now.
And of course, I got my boy Ben Jammin' with me.
It's amazing.
And today, on this lovely, unfiltered, raw, cut, unedited, whatever you want to call it, day, we have a guest. Okay, and we just talked to this guest yesterday, but he back in the building, back in the stew, because we got more to discuss. I'm talking about Wave Chapelle.
Yeah, what's the word?
So we got Wave in the building, Ben Jammin' in the building, you got me in the building.
Yeah,
it's lit. I'm glad you could come back because you was talking real reckless yesterday by the end of the show.
I was.
And I think we need to unpack it. Don't you think we need to unpack it?
We can talk about why Kendrick Lamar is a better rapper than Drake, sure.
That's a crazy statement, bro. For you to even say that is just ridiculous, bro.
You had a whole day to think about this.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
and
I
you
did.
still on that same time.
Still can't come back with no facts.
I do. First of all, listen.
Did you listen to Tuscan Leather?
I have mad facts, but this is what I'm gonna say. This is what my new. After giving it some thought, this is what I'm gonna say.
All right.
I love both these artists, right? I do. I really appreciate both their music, and I do think that they fluctuate from 1 to 2 as the years go by, right? Because 1 year this guy might have a hot year and he might slide to 1, this guy slides to 2. Another year this guy has a run, he slides to 1. You know what I mean? So they fluctuate.
Who's one right now?
Number 1 right now, in my opinion, this is just my opinion personally, based off of their last offerings of albums and numbers, I'm gonna say Drake. Drake is number 1. Drake is number 1. Drake is number 1. Drake is number 1. The numbers are astronomical. Kendrick does numbers wise, it's not even a conversation.
You're stressing me out.
What about skill wise?
Skill wise, it's not a conversation.
Not even a conversation.
Okay, it's a conversation skill wise. Skill wise, it's a conversation. But if you put bro's latest piece of work offering,
are we talking about Certified Lover Boy?
Certified Lover Boy, the full album.
Full
no,
project.
I'm sorry. No. For all the dogs.
That's very true.
For all the dogs, the full version. So including the Scary Hours joints, and then you take Mr. Morale and you put them next to each other. It's not close, bro. It's not close.
I'm certain it's not close. It's not close.
Skill wise,
for all the dogs, it was buried. All right, in the Pep Cemetery.
Bro,
isn't that what Kendrick
you don't
said?
even listen to Mr. Morale, bro.
I really fucking do.
You don't, bro.
I do. What are you talking about?
Pull your phone out,
bro.
Pull your phone out.
I'm not finna pull my phone out.
You don't got it downloaded. You don't even got it downloaded.
Who does? Does anybody have it downloaded right now? Not you. Let's go. Third Street Michael. Who got it downloaded? I bet you it's not a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
But why? You want to know why? Because it's not that.
Yes, it's not that. I'm a different type of listener. I don't download albums. Okay, I just don't. From Jay-Z to Kanye West, I love these artists. Kendrick Lamar. I love Kendrick Lamar's bodies of work.
Let me ask y'all a very simple question. Both of y'all. Do y'all have more Drake songs on your phone or more Kendrick Lamar songs?
Definitely got more.
I have more Drake in my phone. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a Drake fan.
If you went back to my YouTube library, my YouTube history, you're gonna see so much.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not even one of them people, right? Because obviously, I'm an artist. I'm an artist, right? I'm an artist too, and so I don't play that like, oh, you don't even play this album in the car. I don't play that game. But when you comparing like two greats, they're very great. You have to get into the very small nitpicky things.
You gotta get into the B-sides. You gotta get into the punchline.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you get from Drake? Like, because yesterday we were talking about this. We were talking about substance.
It's literally
we're talking about substance.
It's the Biggie and Pac conversation, bro. I'd rather hear Pac. I mean, I'd rather listen to Biggie rap all day. Now, Pac stood for more. Don't get me wrong. When it comes to social issues and all of that, who's representing what? Give me Pac all day. But if you're talking about rapping, the art of rapping, the skill of rapping, bars, being clever, being witty, being able to be played in any setting, give me Biggie. And then
Biggie was more well-rounded.
So the 2024 version of that is Drake and Kendrick. That's a fact. Any setting, give me Drake, bro.
Who's Biggie, who's Pac in this scenario?
Drake is Biggie. And Kendrick is Pac.
I just can't sit here and let you say that Drake is more skilled than Kendrick. Like, I don't know.
After he just took a loss.
I don't know if I can
like,
say
that was a certified
I don't
it's
know
so many
if that's
verses,
the
bro.
truth.
It's so many V's that I could give you, bro.
Okay, what's
From
Drake,
the disses?
Not necessarily from the
Drake's
disses, but
best
just
Because this all
bar.
started from the disses. I just want to say that. Like,
well, no, they've been back and forth their whole careers.
Okay.
Yes, they have,
so-
but I'm talking about the disses.
So let me ask you this then, Wave. When it comes down to bars, because we was talking about this yesterday. We're talking about bars, punchlines, bar for bar. Pick a song, Drake to Kendrick. Who?
What you mean? Just any random song? They got mad catalogs.
They got mad catalogs, but I'm talking about if you were to go for a punchline verse that Drake that spat before, where you'd be like, okay, I think I would put this up against Kendrick. I guarantee you, Kendrick's will wash it.
I would just disagree.
Because the
What song though? What song do you got? Free Smoke? What song do you got?
They're not even, bro. Pick any of the timestamp.
I'm asking
Drake
you right
records.
now.
8 a.m. in Charlotte. Red Button from the Scary Hours.
I killed that. I killed that record. I got a verse over that.
You didn't do better than Drake.
I guarantee you, I mother loving did.
That's your opinion.
I know I did.
That's your opinion.
I know I did.
That's your opinion, though.
I made Drake turn red when I spat it to him.
Okay. But listen, this is what I'm saying though.
I was trying to be with you until you went there.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
telling you, I go crazy.
Tuscan Leather from Nothing Was the Same. Like
Trash.
any of the intros, like Middle of the Ocean on her loss. Like, bro, Drake's style of rapping is just more. It allows him to be more wittier than
Bacon and beer.
Bacon and
You
beer.
gonna hook us up though?
Florian Brew Pub.
You gonna hook us up?
I can't eat pork, so I'm out.
Woo.
Okay.
Turkey bacon?
He gone.
Yeah, he gone.
Bro, one day I be, not to just get off topic at
No,
all,
you
but
good.
one day I be thinking, like, what if one day people be protesting outside our windows?
It's gonna happen.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
happening.
Yeah, y'all got the
I hate y'all.
Yeah, it's coming for sure.
The hate train is
F the
coming.
truth.
But anyway,
You called the lie.
my main. I'm gonna end with this. They both great, bro. I listen to both
are.
of them. I take stuff from both of them. You know what I mean? I have. What's crazy is I memorized more. I got more Kendrick verses memorized than any of the people on the internet. And my whole gripe with the whole beef, right, was not that they was beefing or whatever. It was more so the people's commentary on the beef that was trash.
But the people's commentary on the beef can't make you say Drake is more skilled at rapping than Kendrick.
Well, not that part. Nah, that part is just me having an analysis, right? It's like,
why?
all right, let me.
He like punchlines.
Let me give you an analogy. I'm gonna give you an analogy.
Okay.
You got Skip Bayless, you got Stephen A. Smith, you got all these people that comment on the game of basketball. A lot of these people have played basketball in their lives before, but at a certain level, right? A lot of people have gone to the park and played pickup, a game of 21, or played for their high school JV team. That's fine. And now they've gone through the journalism route, and now they speak on the game of basketball, aka Skip Bayless, Stephen A., and those people that fall in that branch. Then you have people like J.J. Redick or Richard Jefferson or Kendrick Perkins, or you know what I mean?
Right.
These are guys who've actually played the game, lived the game, breathed the game, lived it, been through the process, all of that. They have a different analysis on the game, and they can break it down from an X's and O's perspective and all of that.
So
right?
break it down for us then, Wave. When it comes to Kendrick and Drake, why do you pick Drake over Kendrick? Why?
Because you're saying from an inside perspective.
And that's what I'm saying, because
you take more from Kendrick. That's what you done said.
No, that's not true. I said I take pieces and bits from both of them. You know what I mean? But again, when it comes to rapping, just rapping, not making a song, not being a full artist. I'm not talking about your aesthetic or what you know what I mean? None of that. I'm just talking about
bar for bar.
rapping, right? There's tools that you have to have, and a lot of times I feel like Drake has certain tools that's just catchier, wittier, smarter, clever. You know what I mean? The way he will stretch, the way stretch a word, something like that. Kendrick does the same, but he doesn't do it as often, and he also doesn't have the same amount of tools that Drake has. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's
you saying to push his albums and things like that?
No,
like,
I'm just talking about rapping specifically.
Specific rapping.
I mean, Drake has 20 other people. So.
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, but like on what songs though?
Here we go.
The joints where he's rapping, he's not getting. Nobody is helping with that. You talking about joints like
hits, pop.
Yeah, like We Going Home, like just hold on, we go home, or Passion Fruit, or One Dance, like songs like that do crazy numbers, or just like pop radio records. Okay, cool. There might be
What's
writers
your
in the room.
favorite Drake verse? I'm really wondering.
It's too many to pick, bro.
Just your favorite one. Well, off the top of the head,
it's too many to pick.
If you could pick one right now, what would you go with?
Well, just in the top of my mind, I'm gonna say Tuscan Leather.
Okay.
Tuscan Leather is crazy.
I just don't think it's fair to say just because Kendrick don't do it as often as Drake that it means like he can't. You know, or he. You
got Kawhi Leonard and you got LeBron James.
I just feel like Kendrick could do it if he wanted to. He just don't feel the need to all the time. Right. Same with everybody doubting him, saying like, "Oh, he don't know how to put out no club banger." And look what he did with Not Like Us. You know, people is bumping that everywhere.
That's an ignorant statement, though.
Excuse the heck out of me.
That's no, not what you. I'm saying when people say Kendrick can't make a club banger, that's ignorant.
Oh, okay.
That's ignorant because if you show me that you can fight one time, all I need is one time to know that you can beat somebody.
So if you have seen Kendrick be clever, you've seen him have the metaphors, you've seen him have the punchlines, you've seen him do it all.
Right.
How can you say Drake does it better? Like, what makes his better than Kendrick's if they both can do it?
I'm just telling you because when I listen to the records and I listen to all the records, I have all their albums, between both. Download it. I'll show y'all right now because I'm not capping. There ain't no cap in my rap now.
Just because you download it don't mean nothing.
No, I listen to it. And I study it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is when I listen to both, what I take from Drake and what I take from Kendrick, Drake just has a more
palatable.
It just hit. It just
feels
hits.
good
to you though.
No, I'm not saying it feels good. I'm not saying it feels good. I'm saying the style that he's rapping,
his voice.
No, bro.
Like the flow,
like
the flow, to all of that. Yeah,
the flow,
the cadence, all that.
The way he's setting his bars up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Versus
you
Kendrick.
prefer that?
Yes, I prefer that. A lot of people also like. There's a tactic, and listen. Y'all can tell me if I'm going too far, but. With rappers, right? Mm-hmm. If a nigga rapping fast, somebody's rapping really fast, we automatically think he's going in. We do.
Outside looking in.
Eminem has benefited from that just a little bit.
He actually said
Logic,
stuff in his rhymes.
a rapper named Logic has benefited from that.
He's a perfect person who got the punchlines, if that's what you're looking for.
Who?
Eminem.
Right, no, Eminem's fire. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, I'm talking about, my point is rapping really fast. Logic will rap really fast, and people be like, oh my God, and then you listen to exactly what he's saying, he's not saying nothing that's like wowing. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I think Logic's problem is the fact that he has an issue with himself being
when Wayne says my gun go crazy like it's retarded, red light on it like it's recording. That's like people be like, you know what I mean? That's a bar. That's a setup.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kendrick does that sometimes, but he don't have a lot of it,
bro. When Kendrick sets up rhyme, he literally just did it on this whole disc, bro. And I know you.
I'm not saying he didn't do it.
He does it a lot though. He sets his rhymes up for it, like all his conceptual work, bro. That he sets things up for certain lines to actually take place. Again, I'm just gonna go back to most recently when he told people like I love both of them to death in 8 bars.
I'm YMW Melly, bro. Oh my God, it's one line though.
It's not one.
He
line.
had a lot of lines.
He told Negroes, look, in 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase. So in 8 bars, he set up the whole bar that he wanted to set up for people. So don't tell us.
So give me the rest of the verse.
Okay.
I hate that you pop into that for real. For him, I inherit the beef.
Let's talk about pushing T.
You pushing P? Let me see. I want to see you push a T.
You better
come on, bro.
You like that one.
But it's the way he's saying it that's not that hard.
To you.
I think
it's not that hard.
The delivery. You being an MC, being a rapper.
Delivery is fine, but he's not setting it up. He's just saying things, bro.
Up, bro. In 8 bars, I explain that phrase. Ain't nothing nobody could tell me. I won't talk on no silly. You know I got language barriers. There's no accent you can sell me. You calling Aubrey? No, I'm a selfish nigga, but the crown is heavy. And
those are cool. Those are very level 1 bars, bro. You're not telling me that those are deep bars that you have,
bro. I'm telling you, you just said you don't set things up. You can set up whole 8 bar,
listen,
8 bar structure.
The verse that you just said, you're comparing that to Wayne saying, "My gun go crazy like it's retarded, red light on it like it's recording."
Bro,
you get what I'm saying?
That's
called.
But if you are setting up a line for somebody, and I tell you 8 bars before that I'm about to set something up for you to tie back, that's genius. If you can do 8 bars,
I can sit here and say, yeah, the sky is blue. I hop on the beat and I eat it and I chew. That's cool. I'm rapping and I'm telling you something, but that's not clever.
Hold on, what did Drake even say in Push Ups or in Family Matters that you really was enjoying? Because he said the same type of rhyme at least for 8 bars straight.
Day free.
He rhymed things with up.
No,
he rhymed
time out. So we talking push-ups, right? Listen, he said,
"You really not on ish. Your music ain't legit." Whatever he said.
Listen. Pipsqueak pipe down. You ain't in no big 3. Scissor got you wiped down. Travis got you. Listen, follow me. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down. And like your label, you in the scope right now. Mm-hmm. That's a bar. That's a double entendre.
All the other stuff wasn't even true,
because you in a scope right now.
I get that line,
and you gonna feel the aftermath of what I write down. Okay. Those are 2 double entendres back to back. This is what I'm talking about,
bro.
Because he signed to Interscope and Aftermath.
Some folks just can't talk.
And when you wordplaying, you in the scope and you're on Interscope.
I get that.
And you gonna feel the aftermath of what I write down. You're on Aftermath.
But Kendrick had a lot of those too, though.
But the verse that you just said, there's none of that, bro.
Bro, you talking about setting up bars? If you gonna set something up, and I tell you in 8 bars, I'm explaining a phrase. I explained something to you in 8 bars.
Listen, when he said in 8 bars, I'm explaining that later, and then he get into the 8 bars, and the 8 bars is just him talking. Like there's nothing to break down. You understand what I'm saying?
You're saying it was nothing in between him saying he was setting it up.
You know what?
I hate that I have to take this position because I really do think that Kendrick is a genius. I do. Like when I listen to Damn has everything. But in this specific, when people try to discredit Drake as a rapper, it just kills me, bro.
And he was lying.
Where was he lying? Where was he lying?
Day free.
He was lying on a lot of stuff.
Free.
Most of the Whitney stuff.
The Whitney was messing with your bodyguard.
I'm not even gonna go there because
listen,
as a rapper and as an artist,
Drake really might be a pedophile.
Can you tell me where he didn't lie at?
I have to function in it. I have to function.
Drake might be a pedophile, bro.
Forget that. Can you tell me where he wasn't lying at?
Listen.
Can you tell me where he wasn't lying at?
All the weird stuff I don't want to comment on because I listen because
you don't know for sure.
It's not that I don't know, bro. If I get on a song and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. If I get on a song and tell you that I had to go to therapy because I shot somebody, then
I know where you're going with that. Are you talking about that song he did on what's it called? Around the Big Steppers?
The world could come to the conclusion that I may have shot someone. That's all I'm gonna say.
I guess what I'm saying.
Talking about Good Kid, Mad City.
I'm not talking about Good Kid.
No, it's the mama. It's got mama in the title, don't it?
You taking what I said too literal. I was an analogy.
Facetious?
Yeah. No, I wasn't being facetious.
Okay,
it was an analogy.
I'm just trying to figure out how Drake went lying. Please let me know. Do you know?
I'm not here to confirm anything.
Do you know?
Because he was lying, bro.
I'm not here to confirm anything.
It's okay, bro.
I'm not here to confirm
how does that
stuff.
How does that even count when he was lying about a lot of stuff?
They both lied. They both lied on each other.
But I guess what I'm saying is you're defending one who lied, and you're saying
I'm not. I'm telling you, they both lied. They both had lies in their raps against each other. All the allegations, they lied against each other.
All right, I'm over this conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. They both cold though.
I'm over it.
I rock with both of them.
Yeah,
I just can't have you coming on these airways like he said. We supposed to keep it 101.7. This is the truth. And you saying Drake is a better rapper than Kendrick? I can't stand for it. Like Drake
J. Cole is better than both. That's my last statement.
If he was, he wouldn't have backed down from the battle.
Yeah,
that wasn't his battle.
Yeah, if you
got the group, you got the group think. Talking points on deck though. You do.
Who, me?
Nah, Ben.
Bro, like, I'm really about this. What are you talking about?
You like Twitter. You represent Twitter. You like the Twitter in real life.
No,
maybe so. But if that's the case, Twitter don't be lying, bro. They gonna go get
Twitter definitely lies, bro. Twitter is bad.
But if that's the case, then maybe that's what Drake does, because
Twitter
that's what he goes to.
Twitter is ignorant and uninformed.
Drake goes to Twitter for his music. To his fine lyrics, fine bars.
I tweet my analysis though, because you know what I mean.
Whatever. Wait. Did you want to?
Yeah.
Would you rather be Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Is that a real question? You asked me for real?
Yeah. We usually do like would you rather's on this show.
In the beginning, but you know.
Yeah. I'd rather do J. Cole. I'd rather be J. Cole.
And that wasn't the question.
Why? Why can't I answer it that way?
J. Cole is out of this, bro. He's not the number 1 or the 2. He's the 3. He said it himself.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Who are you putting in 1, 2, or 3?
As an artist?
Yeah. No,
like,
just
overall.
1, 2, 3. Who are in those spots when it comes to Drake, Kendrick, and Cole?
I'm gonna say Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. That order.
You said Drake, Kendrick, and Cole?
Oh, okay.
Drake, Kendrick, then Cole.
So you
in
still putting
order.
Drake at the top, huh?
Well, if we talking overall,
yeah,
absolutely.
Okay,
because
if we talking rappers.
If we talking rap, just straight
rapping,
rap.
Yeah, straight
skill.
Rap.
Are we using the word skill? If we just going skill, Cole, Drake, Kendrick.
That's wild to me.
I will say I believe. I'm really pissed off. I'm pissed at J. Cole because I personally.
Why, bro?
Because you know what, bro? I think
let that man bow out if he wants to.
Bro, he don't
forget that, man. Because when you got a legacy going, everything that J. Cole built up over this past decade, bro, I feel like was taken from him the moment he decided to buy.
No, I ain't gonna lie. He think J. Cole set himself up for the fall off by naming his stuff to fall off.
You saw that theory on Twitter, bro. You need to stop. You gotta stop. You have to get off the internet. You have to go outside and breathe.
Touch some grass, bro.
And then you have to. And then you have to come up with your own ideas, bro.
Bro, think about it. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought of that myself, fam. I really
You
did.
read that on Twitter, bro.
I don't, Carrie, do I use Twitter? Like, for real, in my own Twitter.
You could have saw it on Facebook.
Facebook, same thing.
Lie.
Facebook is even worse, bro. Facebook is even worse.
You thought you found a loophole.
You have to stay you gotta stay off the internet, bro.
Bro, for real, like, okay, think about this, fam. J. Cole had told us, and honestly, if we really keep it a trill, like, despite Drake, despite Kendrick, J. Cole for the past 2 years had been on an incredible feature run. Like, and he was literally slaying people's records. To the point where people are like, man, J. Cole really is the greatest out of these dudes. Like, he's
the better rapper.
That's what they said. But as soon as he was tested, his pen was tested, the man was not ready. What did Simmons say? You didn't let Nas down, you didn't let Boz down, you didn't let the squad down.
You like Nas?
Do I like Nas?
Yeah.
Like the art, like
Nasir Jones.
like Nas, Illmatic Nas.
The artist, yeah.
Nasir.
He cool.
Sheesh.
Did you like
Tough
Lil
cookie.
Wayne 6 foot, 7 foot?
Wayne is the GOAT.
Did you like his 6 foot, 7 foot? Did you think that was really, really like amazing? Or a Millie?
The verse was crazy. A Millie is probably the top 10 greatest verses of all time in rap history. That's the only rap song. This is fact.
Okay.
I'll give y'all some history. That's the only rap song that won a Grammy with no hook. That means that the verses were so good, the verses themselves were so good that it competed against actual songs with hooks and all of that.
I don't know how I feel about the Grammys.
Well, I mean, the Grammys is one thing, but honestly, for real, you might be right about that, fam. I mean, because ultimately, if we're talking about the hook or the name of the title of the song, it was repeated in the beat. However, yeah, I'll give you that.
There's no hook.
Verses.
It's just verses.
Yeah. Nigerian hair.
But I mean, I guess, but when it comes to winners of the Grammys, though, how do they even determine the winners? Because a lot of times people be like, "Oh, that's not even accurate of who should win." I mean,
it's very. It's
not. I don't think it's down to artistry, bro. I don't think it's artistry. It is not. It is not. It be rigged. It all the time.
It's artistry. That's how they literally said.
The real answer is
you're believing them with that. Okay.
Rico Love is on the damn Grammy board.
Bro, he is one person. You think it ain't people above him who make the real decisions?
All I'm saying is it comes down to artistry. And that's why Kendrick comes on.
I don't think so. Okay, how Nicki don't have one then?
Because her artistry ain't up there.
Bro,
really?
Please, bro.
Really?
Right, listen.
That's the hill you're going to die on.
Can we pivot?
I'm about to die
because the Grammys... The real answer is that the Grammys is too nuanced of a process to have this conversation.
Jesus.
They base it off of artistry, man.
Bro, no, they don't.
I literally just
how Cardi B... So you think Cardi B deserved to win a Grammy over Nicki?
For evasion of privacy.
Labels play a big part. You do realize that won over Travis Scott and Nipsey Hussle and Mac Miller's last album?
Wait, what year are we talking about?
Look, you just be talking.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
I just want you to know that labels play a big part of where the Grammys go. Yeah.
All I'm gonna say
that's why,
is,
with your point, I don't care about that.
Kendrick Lamar.
Feel you. Wayne's still the GOAT.
No, he up there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, look, we talked about this a little bit off air yesterday, like our top 3 and stuff. Hey, look, Lil Wayne, for that man to go on and create a whole generation of Lil Waynes, bro, insane. I don't know no rapper who's done that. Period.
Well,
the influence
between him and Kanye, they're very responsible for
this whole generation.
This whole generation for sure.
Yeah, because like honestly, Juice, you were talking earlier, and you were talking about actually, we was talking to Munch because Munch was here earlier, and we were talking about self starters and stuff, and just being a person and being like, hey, you know, I can't just rap, I got to make beats, or I can't just rap, I got to do video editing. Like Kanye, I think real life kind of like birthed that idea in this whole new generation
for
of
sure.
creatives.
Yeah, 100%.
It was.
What?
I can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
But it was gonna be a would you rather that I was gonna give you.
Me?
Yeah, like I was gonna say,
They'll come back.
who do you think had the biggest
impact?
2 stars? Oh, that's what it's gonna be. Who do you think had the biggest 2 stars that they like birthed? Lil Wayne with Drake and Nicki, or
Jay-Z with Kanye and Rihanna.
Jay-Z with Kanye and Rihanna.
Sheesh.
That's what I was gonna say.
Lil Wayne.
You know what? I would rather
Lil
be
Wayne.
Jay though. I gotta go Jay.
Lil Wayne.
I got my reasons though. I got my real reasons because like look, Lil Wayne to do what he done and especially in hip hop, commendable. Like you got Drake out of there, bro. Like
Drake and Nicki respectively have literally been the top people in their space for at least 10 years.
I mean, but respectably though, I mean Kanye West,
Riri though.
But you gotta think about
you don't get Drake without Kanye.
I'm not talking about music. I'm just saying biggest stars.
Right, as far as like success.
Yeah, just success.
Well, you got to think about this. Drake has never had a moment where he's made Wayne look crazy, like publicly. Kanye has done a lot of things. Him and Jay have fell out a lot of times.
But
and have done things against Jay's brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
where Jay-Z left a bad taste in his mouth.
And then also Rihanna hit a point where she just stopped releasing music. That's
was focusing on her actual.
But that's what I was gonna say. I think with Kanye and Rihanna, they branched off into other things other than music. I mean, like Nicki and Drake.
And they separated from Jay very soon.
But still, like, he brought them out. Like, we know them because of these 2 people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with Drake and Nicki, they stayed with just the music.
But I mean, you got to think about it. Birdman also got them too.
Right.
No, that was.
I mean, technically.
That's definitely.
Brian Williams got that man, bro.
Technically, right.
How you one man?
I personally,
I like you, bro, because you got a lot. You represent the everyday person with a million theories. Like you got like all.
He likes to go down the rabbit hole.
You got the theories, like the YouTube theories. For real,
bro. Look, I ain't gonna say even think about it. It's actually factual, fam. Like, come on now, you gonna dodge that, bro?
It's not.
You think Nicki separated from Birdman right now, bro?
Bro, first of all. You do realize that.
Come on, playboy.
The Young Money deal is filtered through Cash Money, but they're signed to Wayne, brother. Now they all benefit. Birdman benefits.
Young Money, Cash Money, Universal.
He didn't find them. What do you mean?
He didn't find them. That'd be a lie. Now, if I said that, he didn't find them.
That's what I thought you were saying.
Nah, but he definitely signed them and made certain he stayed on that plantation. They ain't going nowhere, playboy.
I mean,
Cash Money, YMCMB, play.
I don't know about Nicki. I don't know Nicki's situation.
I feel like Kanye and Rihanna have definitely gone like way bigger. Now, I don't want to say way bigger, but they're bigger to me than Drake and Nicki.
Man, because Kanye ran for president at one point.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I would agree to that statement.
Yeah,
but the question was, who would you rather be as an owner, as a CEO?
I'm Jigga, for sure.
I wouldn't want to deal with that. As a CEO, you want to deal with Ye?
I mean, it looks like he's doing fine.
I mean, honestly, but think about this.
I'm talking about as a CEO.
As a CEO,
you signed Kanye.
Yeah.
Bro, you know how many situations... Bro, Jay-Z literally... Bro, Kanye hurt Jay's streaming platform.
Tidal.
At the height of his streaming platform.
When he was trying to get it off the ground.
At the height of it. Yeah, when he launched his business...
Tidal, yeah.
An artist that he signed did damage to his platform. Like, I would not want to deal with that.
But when you talk about legacy, like say for instance, whenever Jay-Z passes away, I hope no time soon, Kanye's always going to be in his legacy. Like, he put Kanye West on. He also put J. Cole on. Now we talk about that too. I mean, if we give him a third one, because Lil Wayne don't got a 3. You know what I'm saying? If we talk about a third person, this person put on.
Jay don't get credit for Cole because Cole had to buy himself out of that deal very early.
Jay-Z get hella credit for Cole. What are you talking about?
And Cole didn't become...
J. Cole even give that man the credit.
Cole wasn't considered who he is today while he was with Under Rock Nation. He wasn't. Like, he struggled during that time.
I'll agree because that's actually verbatim his words.
So I don't think...
But you also got to think about like your foundation and where you start, right? Like
but that's like saying like keep it a bean.
I know,
like
let's say we finna go with.
Let's say I blow up, right? Say I blow up and I become the world's greatest rapper. That's like being like Gotti was responsible for what you like. It was cool. Don't get me wrong. He did give me my first situation, but. You know what I mean?
That wasn't what made him pop.
Yeah, he might be looked at as a visionary then.
Okay, can you answer this for me? Because I think Ben said this before, and I just want to get clarification. Okay. Actually, it was you and Tori, or it might have just been Tori.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Yeah.
What? Did Drake put Kendrick on?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Did he put him on?
Like, because some people would say we wouldn't even know Kendrick if it weren't for Drake.
I wouldn't say that. See, that's the part. I wouldn't go that far. That's too far to say that. I think Kendrick definitely had, his thing going already. I think Drake expedited the process for him and made it a lot faster.
Yeah.
Because at the time, Kendrick had just dropped Section 80. He was bubbling. And this is during the blog era, right? So he had blog support. He was bubbling and he was doing venues like Reggie's and stuff like that. But I think what Drake was able to add, not just Kendrick, but to Rocky as well, A$AP Rocky, because Rocky was in the same space where he was bubbling. He had blog support, but he wasn't like he didn't break through.
Exposure.
He didn't break through.
That's exactly what he gave him.
Drake had dropped his second album, which is a lot of people consider one of his biggest albums. He dropped his second album and took them on that tour. When he took them on that tour, and then he also put Kendrick on that album.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of just expedited it super fast.
Because I think Kendrick would have made it regardless.
He was going to make it regardless.
But like you said, it just sped up the process.
I think he gave him a big hand by adding him to the album and then also putting them on a tour and, putting them in like the industry's face. You know what I mean?
I don't think A$AP would have made it without Drake though.
Man.
I wouldn't say that he wouldn't, we wouldn't know who he is, but I do think that
I'll say that
he was a big hand, especially in that type of help getting put on a tour, that alone could do it.
That's true. I mean, because again, Kendrick was seen, and he actually went on to go say, like, I'm used to just doing like performing in front of 500 people, but then when it came down to doing it for Drake, he's performing for 5,000. That's much different, especially with being an artist. But I don't.
And he also gave Rocky the verse for
Effing Problems.
And he gave Kendrick the verse for Poetic Justice, which is also one of both of their catalogs. That's a staple song. So
the irony of that record.
What?
I mean, think about it. Poetic Justice. The thing is like
it's another theory.
It's not a theory. I mean, maybe in Ben Jammin's universe. But I thought about it. I was like, Poetic Justice. Kendrick ultimately knew that he wanted to be the best rapper. Like, he wanted to be the best MC. Think about this. Okay, so Poetic Justice drops. Year after that, we see Kendrick talk about Drake at the BT hip hop cipher. Tuck the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Aha, joke's on you. Whatever. Right? Drops Control. Okay, now Drake's really like, bro, I'm finna really separate myself from you. And then, damn near a decade later. Here we go.
Can I ask y'all this? Let me ask y'all a question.
All right, bet.
Y'all, two questions.
Okay.
Do y'all like Drake, and will y'all still listen to Drake?
Yeah.
Yes and yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't hate him because he's Canadian.
I don't like that people are all of a sudden turning on Drake. Like, I think that's foul because he still is a legend, especially in our era.
He definitely is a legend.
And I think it's crazy that people are like, "Oh, he dead." Like, I don't think he's dead. I think he's just lost, and he's gonna have to figure out a way to come back on top with no help for real.
Yeah, I think it's just, and like you said, and that's really gonna prove if Drake is who he is. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it seems to me that the whole industry's basically backed off of with Drake. So now Drake in 40 gotta cook something up that's going, catapult to the next level of life. Because I was just telling Juice this, and you can agree or disagree with me if I'm right or wrong, whatever. Right? I believe every superstar eventually has a point of fall off. Like they fall off, or they go into a dark space where they have to come back and figure things out again. Whether you're talking about Jay-Z retiring and being like, you know what, I gotta come back in a different way. Lil Wayne figuring out his situation with Cash Money. Now Drake, everybody, it seems like the world had turned on Drake. But now it's time for Drake to be like, you know what, nah, I'm still the superstar that y'all know me to be. Like Jay-Z got that line where he says, Dark Knight feeling, die and be a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's where Drake is literally at right now. So Drake has to figure out a way for OVO and the whole team to come back. And I'm not down that Drake can't come back now. I mean, he already gave us 15 years.
It'll be
great
interesting
music
to see what he do to come back
all
and
eyes
be
is
relevant.
on him. All eyes is on Drake. No lie. Like Kendrick Man came off.
But you got a song with the brother or something? What's going on?
Me? No, I'm listening.
He said he helped him write.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. Hey, I want the world to know that that's cap. Wade Chapelle never said
allegedly.
Hey, Ghost Riders, they just ghosts, man. But
that's cat.
No,
I have another question, but it's not off. I'm off this.
Yeah. No, let's. Yeah,
like I'm off it.
Yeah, I just want to ask that.
I do just want to ask you, like, what do you think about where the industry is right now, just in general? Because me personally, I don't like it.
Yeah,
I'm not in it though. It's just from what I am seeing. But I see a lack of talent, at least in the mainstream and at least on social media. And like the people who are talented, they're just not in the forefront. Yeah. They're not putting out like mainstream type songs, to make them be in the forefront. Yeah. So you being somebody who knows a little bit more, has been in the industry before, what are your thoughts on where the industry is currently right now?
I think that the industry is in an interesting place. I kind of agree, but I would say, but it's only because the tides are turning, man. People don't really care about what we used to care about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the label situation and stuff like that.
Listeners and consumers don't care about what they used to. You know what I mean? They used to care about artists having morals and rapping about stuff and all of that. That's out the window. That don't sell no more. So it's all about what sells and where it's going. Yeah. And nowadays everything is about what's gonna get the clicks, what's gonna get the views, what's gonna make the money. And so when you look at, like, let's just go off what's on radio. You know what I mean? Because that is the mainstream. Most of the people they not really talking about nothing, and they not putting no effort towards being creative. But that's because the game isn't to be creative anymore. It's really just it's a true business. Like when they turned the industry into a business, that was the start of something ugly, and now we're seeing what that's evolved to. You know what I mean? We are in the business era of music.
Everything, I feel like.
Yeah. Because so when you see...
The internet broke everything up.
Yeah. When you see... and don't get me wrong, like, I love the fact that, women are thriving in hip-hop. You know what I mean? I think that's awesome. But the flip side of that is, look what they, look at the singles that they have to push. Look at the songs that they have to do to...
Do you think that's women empowerment?
I think there's power in it. I wouldn't say that it's women empowerment, but I do think there's power in it, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
So,
good or bad.
I love it. I do love to see it, but it's just unfortunate because I know what it's rooted in. It's only rooted in, like, let's sell these records and make this money. You know what I mean? And it's no different, but even with the guys too, though, because then on the flip side, the guys who aren't as popping as the women, but still they gotta sell records too. And the majority of these records are, we pulling up with the stick, we sliding on you, we spinning your block. You know what I mean? So I think that it's all just for money, and I think labels don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Because when they get somebody that's creative, they're like, yo. But that's why I rock with artists like JID, who just recently did Summerfest. He's somebody who's thriving. And his label understands what's going on and what to do with him.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain they understand.
Turn it off!
Because it's ran by J. Cole.
What happened?
His phone keep dinging and he just letting it ding.
Oh, that's your phone?
Yes.
No, she's
you in trouble, bro?
No, I mean, ultimately...
Are we supposed to be here right now, bro?
She's on her womanly stuff right now, fam. Just trying to
that got nothing to do with it. If you in an interview, you don't have your ringer on.
She's just hearing things.
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I heard it
multiple times.
I thought it was like our time.
Jesus.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
Thank you.
Hey, I mean, it was just one time I could have swore.
No, it happened like 3 times.
If you ain't supposed to be here, brother, let me know. If you supposed to be somewhere else.
Somebody
You know how the notifications be, man. You know.
Listen, my phone is D&D.
But I was gonna say, with that being said, pulling a Ben line, I like to say that.
You learned that from me too, huh?
Yeah, I be learning from you.
She told us earlier, she learned a lot from men.
I do.
Really
Y'all be teaching me a lot about men's.
Oh.
But what I was gonna say was, with that being said, does this make you kind of not want to be a part of the industry anymore? Or have you ever wanted to be a part of the industry in that kind of way?
I wouldn't say it don't make me not want to be a part of it, because I think, the more knowledge you gain, the more you kind of want to be a part of it, because you know how to use it, to your advantage. I think a lot of artists use the industry to their advantage now. And the flip side of the everything shifting, the flip side of it is, more than ever, you can use it now. Back then, it was like, yo, take what we give you.
Yeah.
Nowadays, more than ever, you can use the industry for what you need it. If you can get into the industry, you can use it. Most people, though, a lot of these artists, they just don't have the brain to use it. They just want to make it. That's it.
I thought they were controlled more so sometimes when they do get put onto the labels, where they control what the type of music you do and how often you can put something out. And
but you're only controlled if you want to be. And a lot of these artists want to be controlled. They don't want to do it themselves. They don't want to have to come up with the artwork. They don't want to have to come up with the marketing plan. They don't want to have to.
They just want to be famous and make money.
Just give me the bread. I'm in it to win it. The rap game is the lottery now. Literally, that's why everybody wants to rap.
Which is crazy, because I didn't think a lot of people even made money as rappers in this day and age because of the whole streaming situation.
Well, you don't make a lot of it's compared to back in the day, you don't make a lot of money, but if you crack the industry, it's easy to make the money. Oh, that's all it is.
Through the other ways.
Right. Because then you go on tour and you can sell merch and you build your brand up. So then it becomes easy to make it, even though you're not making it in bulk, but it's just easier to get a couple racks here, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's also easy to use, so I wouldn't mind, because I have an artist brain, you know what I mean. But I also have business savvy too. So
you do. And you went to school for it.
You know what I'm saying? So I would love to be in it, because I know how to manipulate it. You know what I mean? I think a lot of artists manipulate it. LaRussell, somebody we talked about earlier, I think he totally manipulates the industry, which is awesome. You know what I mean?
I would love to just do a cipher. We should do a cipher.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't like ciphers. You want me to tell you for real why I don't like ciphers?
They get too personal.
I don't like ciphers because people and I'm not saying this is not a shot at all. I'm just talking about just in general the ciphers that I've been a part of.
Yeah.
People start to ciphers is just supposed to be like everybody should do their thing, right? But when people start trying to compete, that's when it get annoying. You know what I mean? Especially if you can't compete. You know what I'm saying? So you get people that try to, they try to rev it up. They get mad in the cipher and all that. Now, again, not saying this situation, but I've been in ciphers before where it'll be like one or two people that are really nice. Those two people, including myself, and then whatever the other people are, they'll just be overcompensating, trying really, 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 really hard, and you can tell. They just feel like, yo. It's all good, bro. Do your thing.
You don't feel good no more.
Yeah, it's yo, do your thing, bro. You're trying too hard. Yeah.
What's your daily hustle look like for you being an independent artist in Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Because that's different from being independent in a LA or a New York.
For sure. I ain't gonna lie, I spend a lot of time to myself, for real. I don't, you know what I mean? I do, for real. Why you look at me like that? I be by myself. I wake up every day. I call my guy Kyle. Kyle's my business partner. And we just, we think of the next thing that we could do. You know what I mean? What box haven't we checked? And if there is a box that we checked, how can we do this differently? You know what I mean? What's the next move? We always wake up and talk about the next move. And, we think about it and then we execute it. That's just that. You know what I mean?
I can do whatever if I'm planning that.
Yeah, for sure. And then
line?
Honestly,
that's actually a Lil Wayne line.
Okay. Honestly, for real, I mean, obviously, I'm from Milwaukee. I'm living here in Milwaukee, and I move around. So I guess I be out and about, but like, I don't know. I do a lot of my just functioning like on the computer, and
because a lot of people say it's hard. Like extremely hard. I don't know. Maybe it's because you already have like a buzz here.
This is what I'll say.
Like if you were starting fresh today, like how would you be able to make it? You gotta meet
people. You gotta meet people, and you have to build. You have to network. This is one thing they don't even teach you this in college. They don't teach you this in school, like grade school, middle school, high school, or even college. You have to learn how to network. And when people think about networking, they think, oh, we're in this event. I'm gonna go get this person number and this person email. That's fine. That's more so socializing. Networking though is like you have to build and nurture these relationships. You know what I mean? This person got an event. I'm gonna go support that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pull up. Be a man of my word. I'm a tap in with this person, check on them. Yo, what you working on? You got anything working on? Anything I can support? You know what I mean? And you do that with multiple people, and you build these relationships, because then, as an artist, when you have something going on, this person might be able to help you over here. This person might be able to help you over here. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's definitely something that I don't want to say I mastered it, but that's something that I worked on and that I do very well. So when I moved back to Milwaukee, I was able to engrave myself into into this into the flow,
like the ecosystem.
Into the ecosystem really, really easily, because I already had relationships that I've worked on even when I wasn't here. You know what I mean? So for artists that's like just trying to start off here in Milwaukee, it's like, build relationships, man. Find community. You know what I mean? Go find your community of people that you can be around that rock with you, and then y'all all trade resources,
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's the way though. That's the actual way here in Milwaukee. That's how you have to do it, because we don't got no labels here. We don't have no like A&Rs, in and out the city. Like sometimes we do.
How many opportunities are here, you think, for a rapper? As far as like, even when it comes to just like performing and growing an audience, growing a fan base, because to me, sometimes it can feel like, and maybe it's just the community I'm in, but I see the same people. I don't see new people that often.
I think there's tons, but what's crazy? Like I experienced this into 2023. I started doing shows with a lot of like, there was shows that I was doing where I was the only rapper on the bill. It was a lot of rock bands, a lot of like, you know what I mean? Just a lot of alternative groups that
diversifying your audience.
Yeah, that I was doing shows with. And a lot of these people are, I don't want to say everybody's important. A lot of these people have influence, and they, these people can get you in a lot of rooms, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta also like diversify the spaces that you in. You know what I mean? There was a point where I had never been to the Cactus Club, but then I went, and then I met the people, and then now I'm locked in with Cactus Club. There was a point where I had never been to 88.9. I'll go there, and now I know the people there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like stuff like that is what you have to do, and there are opportunities here in Milwaukee. I was the first. So there's a new venue here called Vivarium. I was the first in history, right? 100 years from now, when that venue is still there throwing shows, I'm the first artist to ever perform there.
I thought that was big.
You know what I mean?
Congratulations.
And that's dope.
To you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And Z.
Yeah, Z was right with me. And I thought that was dope though. And I got the opportunity though, because I did a show with at 88.9. I was the only rapper on the bill, literally. There was like 3 rock bands and me. And the person that books for Vivarium saw me perform, and they was like, oh my God, we gotta have you. You know what I'm saying? And that moment alone was just like an eye-opener. Like, yo, when you throw shows, it don't always have to be all rap. When you throw shows, it don't have to be all rock. You don't have to only attend these shows over here.
You get out your comfort zone.
Go everywhere. And that's the key in Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Because then that's when you start to meet all the right people that can probably help you and get you to the next step.
Do they pay well?
Who, Vivarium?
No, just like the different venues that or the different people who you meet that book here in Milwaukee, because the biggest thing is people might think they can't make a profit, or they can't be full-time, quote unquote, here as a rapper if they just starting out. So are these venues and these booking agent people's like really paying their artists well?
Yeah, you gotta negotiate. Yeah, they'll pay you. You just
that's the thing too. Knowing your worth and knowing how to negotiate. That's another thing that is not taught in school.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely gotta negotiate. When you have a brand, you think about what you feel like it's worth. You know what I mean? You think about your worth and how much you put into it and how much you would like to get back from it. You know what I mean? Now, if you have 500 followers or whatever, or you feel like you can't sell that many tickets, then you got to be realistic. But after you throw a couple shows, you get a couple reps in, you start to build value on yourself. You know what I mean? So you got to set your value, set your price, and you got to stand on it. You know what I mean? And from my experience, 9 times out of 10, they'll meet you. They'll meet you at your price.
Wow.
Yeah.
Understand your value.
Yeah, understanding your value is very important. You know what I mean? Definitely don't do nothing for free. Unless you, like I said, unless you're just starting, you got to get reps. That's important too. Sometimes it is important to do stuff for free, just for the reps.
Yeah, I think it depends on what the opportunity is.
Exactly. But, as you build your brand, as you build your following, your value goes up, and you got to just understand your value. And again, you just stand on it. But yeah, there's definitely opportunities, and there's a way that you make it here, especially now in Milwaukee more than ever. Like, the city is the hottest it's ever been. Yeah. Everybody has their eyes on the city. There's multitude of venues
to perform at.
Yeah,
and popping up. Live Nation about to be here.
There's even a group of people that they turn places into a venue. It's called So Far Sounds.
Oh yeah,
they literally turn places into venues.
Niall told us about that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's all about exactly. And if you meet these people, you find these people, you meet these people, you can do all those things. It's just all about networking.
Yeah, and I think too, sometimes they're not black. So people kind of like steer away from it.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to say steer away from it, but like you said, they don't diversify or get out their comfort zone from what they're actually used to know these people and meet these people and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's important. It's definitely important to, talk to everybody. Talk to everybody. Talk to the white guy in the corner. Talk to the Middle Eastern lady over here, talk to this person over here. You never know who you're in the room with. You know what I mean? That be happening to me all the time. Like, it be people, I'll be in a room, I'm quiet, I'm chilling, I be chilling, and there'll be artists that are just starting off or whatever, and they'll be like, they pay me no mind or whatever, which is fine. I don't feel like anybody has to talk to me. But the ones that do talk to me, I have a lot of experience and a lot of just gems that I could pass down. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, talk to everybody in the room, because you never know.
Ben does that very well.
Hey man,
you literally talk to everyone. I don't do that as much.
You saw
as
that Australian lady I talked to earlier.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a skill. That's a skill.
Ben can talk to anybody, and I think that's based off of him being from Racine.
Hey man, I talk to everyone.
Yeah,
I am you. You are me.
You feel me? One. Facts. Each one teach one.
Yeah, that's real.
Well, what it's like being a dad for you? Because I'm sure that had to be an adjustment with you being a rapper.
Being a dad is awesome. First and foremost, I love being a dad. It's like, before I was a dad, I would do everything for self. Everything, I was just so self-motivated. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everything was just about me, for real. I want to be the best. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And once I have my son, but some days, if it's all on me, some days I could just fall off and nothing happen. Nothing will happen. Like, what happens if I just sleep all day? You know what I mean? What happens if I don't decide to call my manager and chop it up? Nothing. Guess what? I'll just do it tomorrow. But once I had a son, it's like, that's the ultimate inspo or the ultimate motivation. Like, I'll never need no motivation from anything else. You know what I mean? Because I have a son. Like, every day I wake up, I'm like, yo, you gotta do it now, because you got a baby to inspire and take care of.
Were you scared?
I wasn't necessarily scared. I wasn't scared. I was prepared.
That's a scary thing.
I was prepared because I was like, how old was I? I think I was 20. Was I 28? Yeah, I was 28.
How old are you now?
I'm 30.
Oh.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
Yeah,
February 5th.
Oh, well,
it is in February. Yeah. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Happy belated.
Yeah, 1994, February 5th.
Yeah.
But hey, don't be putting all that out there like that.
Yeah. Well, it just make you feel
people can Google me and see my whole everything.
I know. I be skeptical of stuff.
Oh, it's all good. Listen, I ain't got nothing to hide. But No, I wasn't scared. I was just like, it's all good. You know what I mean? So now I just have to pivot and figure out how to function at a high level as a dad and an artist.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that takes some adjusting. You know what I mean? It took some adjusting. I had to figure out my schedule. I had to figure out all type of things. But I made it work.
You're funny. What did you laughing for?
Because when I was thinking about scheduling and all of that, you take in consideration, both parents. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a process
that you got to figure out. You know, especially if it's like a co-parenting situation.
Absolutely.
Like, I feel like people don't talk about that enough.
Nah. You definitely got to make it work. You have to be mature about everything. You know what I mean? And but luckily, we make it work. You know what I mean? We make it work. I love my son to death. That's beautiful. My focus now is I'd rather be the best dad ever, than the best rapper. You know what I mean? That's first. Being the best dad is first, and then being the best rapper is second.
And then how are you on that path to doing the second one?
Being the best rapper?
Yeah. What do you? Where do you want to be in the next 2 years?
I mean, I want to be on my own tour. If not my own tour, I want to be on a huge tour, like a really, really, really big tour, like arenas, stuff like that.
Like opening for Kendrick or something.
Yeah, opening for Kendrick or maybe Drake.
I'm gonna replay all this for him.
Or maybe Drake. You know what I mean?
Kendrick, he said this.
Really?
Don't do it, Kendrick. Don't do it.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I think Kendrick would have a lot of respect for me for not moving off of my stance. You know what I mean? Because.
All right.
Now I'm I'm rifting right now, but I think people like him respect people who are very individualistic and don't move with whatever the crowd is. They just stand on however they feel. I think he would appreciate my stance on this whole thing. But anyway,
I'm not saying that Drake is a better rapper than him. I don't think so. But keep going.
I'm saying anyway, yeah.
Because think about if you was him and somebody that you body, and they saying like, oh no, but he was a better rapper.
I feel like Kendrick would be like, nah, I respect that. He said that's how you feel. I respect it. He's like, I disagree, but I respect it.
And he gonna keep on moving.
Right. He's not on the tour.
Yeah.
Off the list.
That's cool. But really, really, just being on a big tour, working on my best music. You know what I mean? I just want to continue to improve every year.
Do you think there's ever an age limit that you'll be like, you know what, 36, 37, 38, I'm done?
Absolutely not.
Man, that's what I love.
Absolutely
that's what I love.
Not.
Keep that stuff going.
We just watched. I watched Jay-Z drop arguably his best album at age 51.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Future is dropping music at a high level in his 40s.
Bro, and it's still touching the kids. It's still touching the kids.
What's that guy named? Killer Mike?
Don't say it like that. I mean, it's not touching the kids.
What do you mean? It's crazy. But that's why I had to say pause. That's why I paused it. But it's
resonating.
There you go. Better word. But yeah, for real, because ultimately people just go off frequencies anyway. And I think nowadays it's just more so about the quality of your content. And if people can really vibe with whatever you put out, they don't care. But they don't give a damn about your age. Yeah. They just want to be able to feel something.
If you're good, if you're dope, if you're nice with it, age don't really matter. You know what I mean?
Right.
Again,
as long as you ain't, I be having an issue only when you struggling, you got kids and your kids struggling and you still fighting for this dream to be a rapper and you like 47.
Yeah, like if you're not in the process of figuring it out, like you got to be realistic with yourself too. Like if you're not in the process of like it's getting there, then that's when you're like, okay, maybe I should pivot. But you know what I mean?
Do it on the side until you can make it like a full-time thing.
I think that over time I've figured out a blueprint and I've seen it happen so many times. So it's just like for me, I know this is what I do. This is my career. I'm in it. So, I'm still going to be doing it for real.
You should. I mean, most artists, musicians make their better work in their later years anyway. So actually, that's crazy. I had just saw like a recent post that I forget who had posted it, but what they went on to go say is the new age to make it in rap. The new age to make it in rap is 25 plus. It's actually my boy Brandman Sean. You know who Brandman Sean is? He does a YouTube series. It's pretty good. Good stuff if you're trying to find out information on being an independent artist. But he was like, the new age to make it at as an artist is 25 plus. It's no longer the 16, 17, 18. You don't want to be
because
that
they ain't
age
talking
anymore.
about nothing no more.
Well, it's more likely because, you know, how we were just talking about the independent route. It takes you more to be able to mold your mind and wrap your mind around being a business person for real than you just being some little kid off the streets and trying to figure it out. Because by the time you do get of age, you're going to realize how much you got played.
Right.
I can agree.
Right.
I can agree.
Lil Tecca.
Who?
What?
Say the name again.
What you say?
Say the name again.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, can we go on?
You
No.
said a name. Who you said?
He said a
talking
name, and I
about?
think he said Lil Tecca.
What?
I don't even know who that is.
I think
I like Lil Tecca.
I think you said
Well, let me say
He
this.
was at Summerfest.
Let me say this. I have not listened to a Lil Tecca album. I will say that. I have not listened to a full Lil Tecca album. But when I be in the gym and he got them few little bops that come on, I be vibing to it. And so when he came to Summerfest, I was very geeked up to see him, and I would love to do an interview with him and ask him about fashion stuff, because I really feel like that's his main passion. But
or is the clothes that the label is throwing on him, telling them that, hey, this came off.
I don't know, because he did kind of like, I don't want to say he looks different from when he first started, but I don't know, like when people get money, quote unquote, they kind of always change up and get into fashion a lot. I mean, look at Tyler, the
Creator. Do they
Creator.
get money or do they get a loan?
I mean, both.
Okay.
Don't you get in advance?
You get a loan, I'll tell you that.
You get.
Well, anyway, this was not the point.
This is the loan, and they tell. Never mind. I ain't finna do nothing.
Yeah.
What's up?
Is me on Twitter or no?
What's up?
Interesting.
Like,
Is this
what's
Twitter or
up?
no?
Can you explain what's up?
I'm just saying.
No, listen. I
It
think
depends
that
on what rabbit hole you want to go down.
I personally haven't listened to Lil Tecca, but if
Ever?
I know the song. I got black. I got white. What you want?
That Ransom?
Oh yeah, Ransom.
That was
yeah.
like 4 years ago.
That's what I'm talking about right
That's all
there.
I know.
You should listen to
that's what I'm
500
talking about.
pounds.
But as far as deals get structured in so many different ways, bro. You don't always get an advance. You could get, you know what I mean? You could get just the back end check. But if you do get an advance, it is kind of like a loan.
The worst loan you ever
I don't know
take.
what his deal is like, though. I'm going to keep it a bean.
Right. I ain't never read that man contract, but I can tell you the amount of publicity this man got over the past 4 or 5 years, that man got played. Guarantee you.
That's not true.
Bro, what?
It's not a guarantee.
Okay. Ben Jammin said it here.
You saying he got played?
True indeed. I guarantee you they got that man for his publishing and he didn't even know. He blew up off of TikTok and then they played that man. That's what happened.
All right. Well, just make sure it don't happen to you, brother.
It won't.
But anyway, what I was going to say was...
Yeah.
I want to ask you, what is the reason, or not what is the reason, because I've kind of asked you this before, but I wanted to say, I think it's cool that you remain loyal to your producer,
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And that's not something that happens often.
No, it's not.
What makes you want to stay loyal to Beats?
Well, it's a couple.
Not makes you want to stay loyal, but you know. What I'm
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
a
say.
couple things. One, if the shot ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Like if we win, if we keep winning, you know what I mean, with this formula, why do anything differently? You know what I mean? Like that just don't make sense.
Is it more so because Beats is able to curate, like you guys are able to curate a sound together?
Yeah,
the sound is important.
Like it's multiple reasons. That's one of them though too, because like, you know, we get to lock in and create a sound together, you know what I mean? And we work really, really, really well together.
Yeah.
Probably at our highest level together, you know what I mean? So there's that. I actually rock with them. Those are like him and Dakota are like my actual friends. I was at Dakota's wedding, like all of that. You know what I mean? When I go to Atlanta, I stay with Men and Beats. You know what I mean? So we just locked in. It's like family, and but yeah, ultimately it's just easy. It's easy to work with them. You know what I mean? It's like, why would I go elsewhere and struggle to work with somebody when I can just go?
Why you say struggle?
Because listen, so many artists struggle with finding producers and putting just to get one song out. I've seen an artist take like 2 months just to get one song out because they're waiting for split sheets to get back and an agreement on what percentage this guy's gonna get and what percentage this guy's gonna get, and it's just always. And then when the album drop, then you got however many songs you got on the album, and however many different producers you got to find the
different versions.
Yeah, you got to find the ASCAP number and the BMI number, and you got to type it in. And you got to do split sheets for each song. Like, it's just too much. That's too much.
But what if there's a producer where you like, oh, I like this song that he got. Like, will you tell Me the Beats to make something similar,
be
or
like,
will you just?
If I see a producer that I really rock with, I'm gonna get Man of Beats on the phone and be like, hey yo, I'm gonna get Man of Beats on the phone. I'm gonna get that producer on the phone. I'm like, come on, let's do it. Let's collab. What's up?
I think so you wouldn't do it with a whole other.
Take those drums out. Send the synths in the ambient sounds to my man's. He gonna add the drums, and then we gonna lock it in like that.
Yeah,
but it's just like, I know, and in a business standpoint too, we all are comfortable with each other on the business level too. Like, it's not even a question. We split everything 3 ways. You know what I mean? Regardless. Yeah. So I think it's just easy, bro. I see other rappers struggle. That's why I'm able to release 53 songs in a year. You know what I mean? 12 EPs in a year. I can't drop an album right now if I wanted to, because we got everything together. Whereas other artists, they don't. They got a beat from this guy off YouTube. They got a beat from Lil Johnny.
Not YouTube.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's true.
No, but I've been using people beats from YouTube.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel you. I feel you, and I'm not knocking type beats or nothing like that. I'm just saying the business be hard to get through when it's time to drop.
No,
you ever thought about going to Zech for beats?
DJ Brothers Z.
You talking about Z?
Yeah, he got plenty beats.
Yeah. Well, I've heard some of Z beats, but we just never been in I guess a space where we was like, we've been in the studios together. We were in the studio one time. Where was that at? We was in
Timeless.
We was in Minnesota. Yeah, remember homie with the beard?
Oh yeah, you gotta put your headphones on wave to hear.
Oh. Remember homie with the beard? We was in bro's studio, and I think you had played a beat or something. I didn't even know you made beats to that point. But he played beats. Yeah. But again, we just never been in a position to record anything or you know what I mean, do nothing like that. But obviously that's nothing. That's, again, Z is somebody else that I work with very close. So it's like, if we ever wanted to do a record, I feel
like it would just be a matter of actually sitting down and doing it.
Yeah,
my bad. I don't got my headphones on. I didn't know you was talking.
Yeah, it's not hard at all, bro. That's easy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that's the key to like any artist's success. It's like, honestly, finding yourself a producer, somebody you can rock with. Because like once that relationship is done, it seems like the artist is done. And I'm gonna use ASAP Rocky as an example. Rest in peace to ASAP Yams. But after ASAP Yams had passed away, who was the sound curator for ASAP Mob, it seemed to me that ASAP Rocky and the whole ASAP Mob just kind of devolved.
I agree and disagree with that take.
Okay.
I agree that he was, I wouldn't say he's the sound curator. I think he was just the taste maker of their group. I think he was far as aesthetic and stuff like that. And he would help pick beats.
Yeah.
But see, the reason I would disagree is because Ferg had his own thing going. Like, Ferg did a lot of his own stuff.
No, Ferg is dope.
Then over time, it showed that Ferg was like really a hit maker versus the other guy. But
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I think Ferg definitely got more hits than ASAP. But again, the sound could have grown, but
yeah.
And then ASAP had to go find himself again. Ferg ended up having to go try to find himself again in the fashion world, and hopefully both those boys take over the fashion lane. Kind of like Drake said. You might have to go ahead and do a runway show before you drop an album again.
I feel like it's not a lot of groups anymore, or not groups, but like cliques. Or at least it seems like it's
hard. It's hard. It's so hard to maintain a group and a clique, especially now. Like, because again, you don't make money. You don't make that much money from music. You know what I mean? So we got 5 guys in one group. You know what I mean? Let's say I'm the main guy. I'm getting whatever there is to get because I'm the hottest right now. I can't really divvy it up with the group. Then this guy, he want to rap too, and then this one, he want to rap too. So now we in, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand.
Got so many splits, your pants might rip.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand hot hand mentality. You got to feed the hot hand no matter what. If we in a group, we got to feed the hot hand. Even if I want to rap, if Ben is popping or if Carrie is popping, then me and Ben, we need to to do everything in our power to support you. A lot of people can't do that.
You think that's what TDE understood?
No, I think that they have a boss that is very business savvy.
So, but we're talking about feeding the hot hand. Kendrick was the hot hand.
But you do realize they wasn't a group; they're a label. TDE is a label.
Black hippie. Come on now, we know the camaraderie of them gentlemen, right? Eventually, somebody had to bow and be like, you know what, Kendrick got it, but let's do what we're gonna do.
Bro, you are super TD. You're a Kendrick Lamar fan. Like you're like.
I'm a fan of hip hop. Be honest with you.
Nah, you're an aggressive Kendrick Lamar fan.
I'm just a fan of hip hop, bro.
No,
I'm a student of this. Like, bro, hip hop is my DNA. I would not be fan Jammin without
any conversation that includes Kendrick. You can't view it with the skew with a regular viewpoint.
Juice.
He was saying that it was tied.
You have to realize that.
Thank you, because I am really non-biased. But you know, okay, I'm just a fan of hip hop.
So
sometimes his opinions just don't make sense.
So TDE, listen, TDE is a label. Those boys are not a group.
Okay, but you know how they move.
I know the whole Black Hippie thing. You do realize that Black Hippie never put an EP out.
Yes.
You do realize that there's never been a Black Hippie album.
Were they just friends or something?
You do realize that there's never been a Black Hippie tour. You want to know why? Hold on. You want to know why? Mm-hmm. Because they're all individual artists.
Yes, they are.
There was no Feed the Hot Hand. There was. Hold on. Come on now. Let me finish my point.
Go ahead, Wave.
Let me finish my point.
Go ahead, Wave.
There was no.
So I got a tip for your ass.
These guys, they didn't have to embrace hot hand mentality because they're not a group. They embraced, we're on the label, and the boss is going to let us know who's up, who's next, what time is it. Are we on Schoolboy Q rollout? Are we on Ab-Soul rollout? Are we on J-Rock rollout? Are we on Kendrick Lamar rollout? That's very different than being in a group.
So, okay, given what you said right there, Wave, right?
How the heck we get back to Kendrick?
I don't know, because he bought it up.
Well, you know,
I was trying to get off.
This is how we extrapolate and go down and dissect conversations. Okay, so come back into the original discussion.
All right. Well, I don't want to lose my question, so keep going.
Okay, because it ain't gonna be about Kendrick, but it is about Kendrick just a little bit. All right,
just a little bit.
All I'm saying is they rolled as a clique. I get what you. I think I understand your point. When you're talking about, it's not like they were a band such as like Migos or even like Odd Future, if you will.
Right.
But understand that when it comes, there's always like a quote unquote Beyonce of the group, right? Like Jay-Z was the Beyonce of Rockefeller, right?
So who's the Beyonce
of what?
In this
of TDE?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it was Kendrick.
Okay.
That's why it took them so long to create produce a new star. They had to wait to make certain that Kendrick was a superstar to go and promote SZA how they promote SZA. Ab-Soul had to wait it out. J-Rock was already like, I'm gonna give it to my boy K-Dot, and Schoolboy Q just respected it all. That's it, because you were talking about this before in regards to why there aren't any rap cliques like that anymore. And it's because people's egos get involved. They get in the way. So them dudes are able to come up off the couch together, literally being poor together, and then come up. Somebody eventually got to be like, you know what, hey, bro, you really got it. We're gonna take a seat back. And that's just that, you know. So, you know, hey, Kendrick Lamar had to be fake because he was the hot hand in the situation. That's all I'm saying. And Jay-Z, you damn near could say, never mind. Neither here nor there. Go ahead, Carrie.
All right, I really like the song that you got with Ish.
Yeah,
that goes really hard. Have y'all ever thought about doing like a joint collab project?
It exists. It exists already, but
it's out.
Nah, it's not out, but it exists. Actually, there's so much music that the world don't have that I've worked on with Ish, and even Buddha. Like us three we got so much music, so much. But this the thing. The funny thing about it is like we friends. Like these are my guys, right? Since like high school,
brothers.
Yeah, so we kick it every day. We kick it every day. A kick it session could turn into us making 3 songs, 4 songs. So we just got mad music. The difference is I dropped the most out of all of us. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always ready to drop. I'm dropping all the time. So I'll just be like, yo, give me that one. Let me get that one. Let me get that one. You know what I mean? Give me all the joints.
The one that y'all dropped, and what is that called again?
The newest joint is called Never Fold. Yeah. Never Fold. Yeah.
Was that one that was like in the tuck that y'all had did a while ago, or was that one more purposeful and like intentional? Like, oh, we gonna actually put a song out
It's together? Definitely newer. And Men of Beats actually was like the driving force behind that. He really wanted to put that one out, you know what I mean? Because that's one of his hardest beats, you know what I mean, that I ever heard. And he was like, bro, we gotta drop it, bro. We gotta drop it. Like, we gotta put it out now. I was like, all right, like, let's do it. You know what I mean?
It was fire. I really think that, and I haven't seen this, and y'all can correct me because sometimes I be in my little bubble, but I haven't seen artists from the city go on tour together. Like, would you and Ish ever want to go on tour? Because is he still out here like promoting his like doing music?
Yeah, he does music, but he also like, bro is expanding his brand. Okay. And which is awesome. You know what I mean? I let it see it. Like, he does Twitch, he does the clothing, you know what I mean? He does a lot. And my answer to that is always, I'm ready when he ready. I'm ready when he ready.
I think that would be so dope. Like a tour.
Yeah.
Full of people from here, and y'all go out to like Chicago, New York, like, you know, like a tour like how you usually be on, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I think that would be dope too. I would love to see
y'all would be a great pair, in my opinion, because of the high energy that y'all bring now too. He has a lot of high energy.
Yeah, my thing is just, I love bringing together like Milwaukee artists in general. You know what I mean? I feel like the more that we do it, we're gonna set a precedence for the artists that come after us. You know what I mean? Like, we're right now. You know what I mean? I said that, who did I say this to? I can't even remember, but this is not necessarily my era.
You said it to me.
I'm just this is not my era. I'm just, you know, not to sound arrogant. I feel like I'm really, really good at what I do. Yeah. So my prime is just lasting. It's lasting. You know what I mean? Just like a Steph or LeBron or KD, that's not their era in the NBA, but they're still here and they're still a factor. And so everything that I do right now, everything that I do in Milwaukee, I just want to kind of set an example and a precedence for all the artists that come next, and including, you know, working with Ish, working with Nile, and even hopefully bridging the gap and working with people in the other lanes as well. You know what I mean?
Like JP and Big Frank and all.
Right. Because I don't feel like
I can see that coming soon. Like you and Steve the Stoner.
Oh yeah.
You and Munch got anything?
Nah, me and Munch need to lock in though. I would love to lock in, but you know, it's never been done. That's something that's never been done.
I think I just put something together in my head, but I'm not gonna say it.
Listen, I mean, I got something in the works. If I don't want to spill the beans though.
I know, but I think I put it together in my head just now.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But,
I think I know what's happening here.
Yeah,
what do you think's happening?
But that's dope.
Why don't you spill the beans now?
I ain't gonna do that.
I mean, I gave all my theories.
But this ain't a theory.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, this is not a theory. Cool. I'll tell you off air though.
Yeah, you can tell them.
Ain't nobody listening.
Bro, don't say that. Everybody in the world listening right now.
Okay.
We had like 100,000. What you talking about?
Facts.
That's real.
No, but that's dope.
Yeah.
Do a We Are the 414?
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, I was telling Munch earlier today though, I've always had this thing, or was it me or was it Corey who said that? It might have been Corey who said this. But I've always wanted to hear the one that's like, welcome to Atlanta where the play is played, but like the Milwaukee
said this
song.
to Munch earlier.
I just said that.
Okay.
You don't be listening to me.
I was watching you.
Clearly not listening.
I was trying to remember who she said it to.
But I was saying we should have a Milwaukee version, because to me, bro, and you say like the different hoods you from or the different streets that you from, like welcome to Berlin when the play is played, you know, and we da. Because I think the people here, bro, don't rep the city enough for me. In my personal opinion, like you got people on the West Coast constantly shouting out Oakland, shouting out Watts, shouting out LA, shouting out Compton. You got people in New York, Brooklyn, Harlem. You got Chicago. I don't know them. They just Chicago.
Yeah.
Atlanta. We don't really have people here on a like
that rep it.
That's like
not the city, but where they from, the area you from.
Yes, like put it on a pedestal.
I do it a lot, but I think a lot of artists don't realize, because we're from here, I don't think they realize how important it is to put it in the music. And I think because they're day to day, they just live in it. Like, I'm here, I'm in my area already.
But so is everybody else, huh?
I know. I'm just explaining the psyche. What I feel like. It's just my. I don't know, but I feel like when I listen to their music, I feel like they don't necessarily understand how important it is to put that type of stuff in the music when it is. But to the welcome to Atlanta point, I want to touch on that.
I
think that That could happen, but in order for it to happen, egos would have to be put to the side. You know what I mean? It's easy for all the guys that was on Welcome to Atlanta. All those guys are rich and successful. You know what I mean? Like at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not hard for them to be like, all right, let's celebrate each other in our city on this song.
Okay, what about like a Kanye back in his early days?
What do you mean? What about
like so? Even when we would watch, or I watched like the Genius thing, and in there it was you had like, was it like D-Ray Davis, Common was in there, all of that. Was Chicago like on yet, like the artists from Chicago back then in the early,
I would say yes, but in a different way. 2000s? I would say yes, but I feel like they all had motion, but not mainstream motion.
And I feel like they was all mentioned in the city,
right? Yeah, everybody knew who they were. Yeah,
like
it wasn't like a movement like that though.
But they was still repping a city, even if they weren't that successful.
I'm just throwing it out there that it wasn't a movement. Like the one thing the Midwest never had was an entire movement. That's the one thing the Midwest never had.
That's not true. Chicago has definitely had a movement.
Bro, no, they haven't, fam. We you know what I'm talking about, Wade.
2012. Hold on, follow me.
My God,
follow me. Now,
you know what I'm talking about, Wave.
I'm about to tell. Listen.
East Coast, West Coast, to South.
I'm about to tell you how Chicago had their movement.
Chief Keef, Dirk.
Listen. You gonna listen?
I'm listening.
You gotta listen. So the movement was when Ye blew up. When Ye blew up, the door was kicked. It opened, but it wasn't all the way open. But when he kicked it, and it slightly opened. When you having a movement when multiple artists in different lanes in one city blow through the door. So when you have a Vic Mensa, a Chance the Rapper, a Saba, you got all these guys that are doing national televised shows, stuff like that. And then on the flip side,
that wasn't the Kanye era though.
And then on the flip side, let me finish. On the flip side, you have Chief Keef, you got Dirk, you got all these guys that blow up on the internet.
There was a wave. No pun intended.
What does a wave do? Does it stand still or does it move?
It moves.
All right, so that's movement.
But that's a wave. When we're talking about actually...
A wave and a movement is the same thing, brother.
No, it's not.
What's an example of a movement for you when it comes to like down south?
Okay, the whole down south... Look, I ain't gonna say the South still been running hip-hop or been running music, but they definitely did for a solid 20 years. That's a movement. East Coast.
You don't think?
I don't know, because I'll say Chicago and Detroit.
Chicago literally had a movement. People still use their lingo to this day. Smoke. When people are like, "Oh, you want smoke?" That came from Chicago.
I ain't gonna say that they didn't impact the culture.
But you saying they never dominated for a point in time? Is that what you're saying?
That's really what I'm saying.
The biggest artist in the world just had Chief Keef on his album 2 times.
Was it Chief Keef's album or was it the biggest artist in the world? That's my point.
It's still including.
Who's the biggest artist in the world?
You tell me, Wave.
You tell me. You know who I'm talking about. So you answer.
I'm just saying, bro. The biggest artist in the world, bro.
Answer it.
You got it. This one from your prerogative.
Didn't Ben respond back though when I said that? He responded, right? Yes or no?
I'm just look. Who was the biggest artist in the world? In your
you said, was it the biggest artist in the world album, or was it Chief Keef's album?
Yeah, there we go.
You tell me who's the biggest artist in the world.
You tell me.
Can somebody tell me? Because
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying.
All right, I won't know.
What I will say is, like I said before, I just don't believe that Chicago or the Midwest ever had a point where they dominated. However, I do think.
I don't know. I can't say that though, because a lot of people was taking stuff from Chicago.
True indeed. They might take from it, but to actually impact the culture means that all cylinders are popping on all sides and everybody's doing something. So I want to say this really quick. When we talk about the Midwest, I do personally believe that one day, some way, somehow, we may be in that time right now. You see that? You see how I just did that? Milwaukee, Chicago, and Detroit will actually be one at one point, and that will be the region popping. That's what I'm saying. The South, Atlanta wasn't just popping. It was people from Mississippi. It was people from Florida. You know what I'm saying? New York. Well, it wasn't even just New York. It was people from Philly. You know, that's what I'm saying. When we talk about even the West Coast, California is its own thing. Mm-hmm. But they literally had their time where they were dominating hip-hop. I think the
Midwest can't dominate hip-hop because it's not...
The infrastructure?
It's not a media hub. Like you go out the West Coast,
major markets and stuff.
LA has a media hub. You go to the East Coast, New York is literally the media hub. If you go to down south, Atlanta is literally the media hub. Chicago's not necessarily that. So if you put in it, if that's your version of a movement, then Midwest is never gonna have that because it's not known that people don't have to come to the Midwest for their rollouts or anything like that. But if you go off of my version of a movement, I definitely feel like Chicago has had a movement. I think Detroit has had a movement, and I think Milwaukee is currently in the early process of a movement.
That's what I'm saying, though. They're like, and I feel like all top 3 cities like that. Once we all are able to work together and get to the next level, we're gonna have a Midwest. The time when Midwest dominates. It's like Canada. Canada ain't never really dominated. They just had one of the biggest artists do it.
Oh, y'all was talking about Drake.
I'm talking about Drake. I'm talking about even like The Weeknd. I'm talking about even Tory Lanez doing their thing. They still never had a time where they just dominated. They just ended up having the biggest artist doing it. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Well, I wonder, before we wrap up here, I wonder.
Oh, and Justin Bieber. Yeah.
I was gonna say Justin Bieber, but I didn't want to say Justin Bieber. No, I used to be in love with him, but.
Shout out Bieber.
What's up?
Nothing, bro.
You huffing and puffing.
Say what you want to say.
You huffing and puffing.
Say what you want to say.
Don't get me started.
Ooh.
You already started.
Ooh.
I didn't actually. You know how I am when I start. Now you made me forget what I was gonna say. Oh, when it comes to Milwaukee, I be a little. I'm not Al. Okay, so what I was gonna say was the outside perception of the city I worry about, because from what I have been hearing about how other cities view us here in Milwaukee, they almost as if don't take us seriously.
They don't. The Rolling Stone article that I read,
and Pitchfork.
I think it was Pitchfork.
It was Pitchfork.
It was either Pitchfork or Rolling Stone, one of them. But it was very like, it was like satire almost.
Yeah.
But
I'm saying even people in the actual industry.
Yeah.
From what I have been hearing is that they look at Milwaukee artists, and not even just the artists, just the culture of us is like.
Yeah. But perception is everything. If what you see is only what you see, like if what you see is what's viral, then you're going to say, okay, this is what this is, even if it's not. You know what I mean? If I'd never seen Nebraska and the first artist I ever seen go viral in Nebraska is this guy in a Dalmatian suit or something, I'm going to be like, oh, Nebraska is goofy. Look at this guy from Nebraska. He's goofy. You know what I mean? And so I'm going to associate the city with this guy. So if all you see, you know what I mean, are these viral clips of people doing these dances and all of that, you're gonna be like, oh, we don't take them serious. But so you,
or like shaking their nays and stuff.
Right. But you don't, you know what I mean? They never seen an artist like myself or an artist like, you know what I mean? Because that's not our MO. We don't do just the viral stuff.
Like Chicken.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I think people take Chicken very serious.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like you and like a Chicken.
Right, like a Chicken. You know what I mean? Like, I think over time, people will start to see. You know what I mean? People will start to see. It just takes time. We viral right now. We viral. You know what I mean? We in our viral era.
That's a good thing.
Hey, listen. I think long as we got the eyes on us, that's great.
Just use it.
That's great. Yeah. Because where there's fire, there's more fire.
Well, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to be a part of it, especially jamming with you.
You know, okay, when the M's come in, I'm gonna come back to the city and I'm gonna do some very great things, and I'm gonna change. We're gonna change it. We're just gonna take the energy, good or bad. We take the energy and then we mold it into what we want it to be. So that's the plan.
Was there anything else you wanted to, let the people know before we get you up out of here? Thanks for coming back.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Is there anything that I want the people to know? I am working on an album. It's coming at the end of the summer. I don't have a name for y'all, but it'll be...
end of the summer?
It'll still be... So, August. Okay. August. I'll give you the month, August. But, it'll be like 5 to 6 songs. You know what I mean? Nice little appetizer. It's not really an album, more like an EP. I was gonna say, why are you more like an EP? Because I'm also working on an actual album, like a longer, conceptual album. Anything else? Oh, shows. Catch me and DJ Brother Z at Brady Street Fest.
Hey.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be at Cactus Club the 14th. I mean, so make sure I come see me. And then we hitting the road. We gonna be at First Avenue with Atmosphere. That show is sold out, but hit me up. I could probably hook you up with some tickets or something.
That's fire.
So yeah.
That is fire. Mm-hmm. A lot of people follow you from the city. Like especially people doing stuff real big.
For real.
I always look to see who's following like people I know. Yeah. And then you always be on there.
Yeah, you know, it's cool. It's been this run, me living and being here in Milwaukee, has been really awesome. I've been able to meet some really cool people. And you know, I'm just doing my thing. I just want to be the example. You know what I mean? I'm the example.
Well, that is awesome. Yes. Any last words from you, Benjamin?
Hey, no, Wave, keep doing your thing, bro. I appreciate you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm actually the GOAT. I'm the best rapper alive. That's what I want the people to know. Well, not Drake, not Kendrick, not Cole.
Gotta go against me first.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, why we didn't do the battle? Freestyle right now. I'm giving y'all 10 seconds. Who finna go first? Real quick. Y'all got 1 minute. Who going first?
You first.
Acapella.
No, he got the beat in the headphones.
Oh, he put a beat on.
He got the beat in the headphones.
We're gonna have to do this another time.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. Look, staying in mode all summer the winter. Get on every beat and I eat like I was hungry for dinner. More tours, more shows, I'm finna jump in a sprinter. Play the game on advance, y'all stuck on beginning. Yeah, ruins in the building, I've been chilling. I don't care how they feeling, I'm just running up a million. I run it to the ceiling, I just build with it. I'm from Milwaukee, so it's right I get a meal ticket. Yeah, this freestyle off the top of the dome. I feel like Caesar when he built up Rome. I'm in the zone, and I can do it anytime, any second, I can wreck it. Stripes on me, but I still check it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good, bro.
That was really good. That was I don't be knowing when it's like off the dome or when it's like written, but either way, it's freestyle. Skill. Like that's skill.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. That's what's up. We just got some bars. Yeah, I hopped on the DJ for the Z beat. Well, we appreciate you once again for coming through. You sure you don't want to do one real quick on the Noni Juice, the Jammin with Juice beat?
You know what, Zach? You know what?
He put a different one on.
He trying to get the bars out of you.
Man.
I am, cause being you do this.
Was that
Come on now.
Brother Z exclusive?
Can you feel it? Yeah. Can you feel it? Yeah. Hey, Benjamin. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, this is America. Yeah, America scared of her. Yeah, nigga that's whipping a new type of engine that got him the head of the predator. Yeah, the sheet like janitor. He's no amateur, bigger them niggas and spray 'em like chemicals. Nasty, eat up the chemicals. Performs the chemical. Yeah, I'm done, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, we just got 2 freestyles.
Let's go.
On DJ for the Z Beats. I know you feeling good.
Hey.
All right. Well, thank you again, Waste, but I keep saying it. But thank you for sliding again to Jammin with Juice, After Dark, After Hours. You know, we doing it big. Tell Ish we got to get him up here. All right. Did he hear me?
Ish, can you hear?
Let him know he needs to slide on Jammin with Juice.
Man, tape on the way.
Yeah. Say what up. Say what up. Say what up to Jammin with Juice.
What it do, gang? Jammin with Juice. What's going on? It's your boy Ish Dar, man.
Yeah.
Boy Chapelle going crazy. Y'all know what's going on.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, we're gonna have to get him to slide too.
Yeah.
But you've been killing it. You literally just doing your thing. We appreciate it. Keep killing it. Zach, you be killing it. Ben, you be killing it. Juice, you be killing it, girl.
Facts.
That's it, y'all. I'm done. That's a wrap. Sip on that. You said, let's go home. Sip on that, y'all. It is Jammin with Juice.
Sure.